welcome to coffee time. We are going to be doing an espresso today, and then we might do maybe an iced espresso depending on how warm it gets with the old boiler going in the room. We are going to be doing some Monmouth coffee. I've had this for a couple of weeks, broke it open this week, finally getting to the bottom of all my coffee that I've had backing up. I've still got an unopened bag. It's all right. It shouldn't go off. It should be fine. If anything, it's perfectly. It's been like a week and a half, so it's actually pretty good timing.
Hey there, just a quick reminder, this is a recording of a stream I did on Twitch. If you like this and want more live content, come join the chat and the great community over on Twitch. I stream every week Monday, Friday and Sundays, or follow me on my socials for any changes or extra streams. Okay, thanks, and here's the video.
Right, what are we doing? We're going to be doing 20 grams in the basket. I got a 20 gram basket. So I'm going to do 20 grams. Let me see, what are you all saying? Why did we do that? That's clearly a bad decision. What? I didn't put the actual thing on. It needs to be turned on to measure weights, Paul. Oh, a little bit over. There we go. Always go maybe 0.1 of a gram over. You'll lose 0.1 or 0.2 grams, something around that in the grinder. Maybe a little bit more. I'll keep that up there. I'm going to grind it on a level 2, which is the second finest setting I can do. It seems to have been working for this bean, this roast. Sometimes I've got to go to a 1, sometimes I've got to go to a 4. This one is a roast called La Bendecision. Can you read that? Bendition, maybe. From El Salvador. It is a medium roast. That's not the filter I want. Right, it's going to get loud for a second. It's taking its time today. Thank you. God. Grind has finished. Right, we start off. I've been continuing to use the paper filters in the bottom of my baskets because it seems to be doing quite well. When I examine them later, like when I pop it out into the recycle bin, you can definitely see it's filtering quite effectively. I don't know if that's having an effect on the taste, to be honest. I really should do a taste test. It does affect the flow. It makes it flow slightly quicker, but more even. Quicker but more even, but only slightly, so you don't really notice. Right, we've got coffee. We have... Just making sure you guys aren't saying anything behind my back. There we go, that's 20 grams of nicely finely ground coffee. Get it in there. We take our little distribution tool, which for me is 3D printing nozzle cleaning needles, which are quite cheap. You know, you get them for like £6 for like 20. And we do a little distribution. The actual, you know, proper ones are basically the same thing. They're, you know, I believe they're food or even like medical grade stainless steel. It works. They're not just used for 3D printers, it's just that's the most common use for them, so that's what they're called these days. All right, nicely distributed. We stick it in, we put the tamper on, and we tamp. And it comes out nice and flat, look at that. And then we put our little puck screen, and what this does is, not only when you finish a shot, the pressure gets relieved, so a lot of water comes back into the group head. So this prevents any of the grinds going up against that. There is a screen obviously on the bottom of the group head where it touches the top here, but it just makes it easy to clean. But also it distributes the water slightly more evenly, in my opinion. I don't need to put that in yet. I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's move over to the espresso machine, which is here. Oh, you can't see that at all, which is there. There we go. Hopefully that'll be a good shot. Might get some rain on 4 PM. I could do with more rain. Yesterday was really good, but it's getting hot again. It is getting rather warm. Right, what we're going to do, we're actually going to do some milk as well on this run. We're going to get some milk steamed, but I will do that after the shot. What we do need to do though is a cooling flush. See all that steam? That steam is bad because it's too hot. Hot damn. For brewing coffee, you do need it somewhere between like 94 and 96 degrees, maybe 92 to 96 degrees, depending on the roast, the bean, the machine, the method. It all kind of plays into it. But you should definitely not be boiling. Boiling water is bad. It can over extract, it can burn the beans. It's very bad. So what we do is we get rid of all that hot steaminess, ready for a properly temperatured pull. All right, hopefully we should get around 25 to 35 seconds on this pull. I don't know. Maybe I do need a grind finder, who knows? Let's find out. Oh, that's really restricted, but that's not bad. But I'd rather have it be restricted. If you look at that there, you can see it's quite a low flow. Which means I ground it possibly a little bit too fine. The last time I did this, it wasn't that restricted. And what you do in this case is you just wait for it to hit the liquid amount you want. If it was overly, oh, don't you dare spill. If it was too quick, then by the time it'll take like 10 seconds to get to the liquid amount, and that's too quick. It's gonna come out tasting a bit off. This will taste not great compared to if it was perfect, but there you go. That's the right amount. Yeah, you can see the pressure was a little bit low on that. Maybe that was why the machine wasn't quite fully up to pressure. But there we go. That is how you pull an espresso shot. That did take about maybe 40 seconds, didn't it? It was a little bit long. I'm gonna stick that on the nice top here because it keeps it nice and warm. While we do our, hold on, let me remove that. There we go. While we would do the milk. Now what we're going to be doing with the milk, let's see if I can get that in frame. Can you see this here? Kind of. Can I don't think I can angle this. I don't want to touch that one. We'll just do it off this camera. You want to keep it on the surface, get some bubbles in there first, and then you want to get the nozzle down into the milk to start blending in those bubbles into the milk and also heating the milk up. So you stick it on the surface until you've got enough bubbles. I'm going to try for a little bit less bubbles this time because last time it was a little bit too thick on the froth. So here we go. This will be a bit loud, I do apologise. Right, now we're going to plunge it in deep and just get it up to temperature. I don't know if you can see the thermometer there. There is a red line I'm aiming for. And what I'm also doing is I'm pushing it to the side so it starts swirling some of those bubbles into the milk and creating a froth, like a foam. Okay, we are done. There we go, and we'll just leave that for a second. Wipe off the milk. Do a quick clean. And there we go. I don't know if you can see that there. We've got some nice foam, not too much. You give it a tap and give it a swirl to kind of blend it in. Tapping gets the bubbles to drop inside, so it kind of blends a bit better. But you always want a little bit of like actual milk for, not, you don't want it all foam. Thank you for the clip. For plunge it in deep. Well, thank you for that. And what we're going to be doing this in today is the Amber Cup. I'm really liking the Amber Cup. It's nice and charged. It'll keep it warm, although I plan on drinking this fairly quickly. We're going to stick that in there. Out the way you. I'm going to just rinse this slightly and put a little bit of water in. Just the teeniest a bit. And the rest shall be milk. Here we go. I would like to point out, right, so you can see how close up to the top of the jug it is. It's probably like 2/3 the way up. I only filled up to about there. So that's how much air and like steam water has been put in there. It's very hot, it's very hot. So we're going to give it a go. I'm not very good at art, so I'm not going to give any art any go. But we're just gonna, oh yeah, look at that. Should we give it? Yeah, I'm trying to do the thing. I don't think the spout on this jug is very good, but there you go. It's a blob. Perfect, perfect. There we are. It's a dinosaur sort of footprint. You know what it looks like? It looks like a conker seed when it's just open. So you got like the green bit and then you got the conker on the inside. It looks like that. It's just opened. I don't know why. That's what it looked like to me. Oh, that's good foam. Yeah, you can definitely tell that that pull wasn't great because the taste isn't amazing. Slurp. Thank you for the slurp. I think I'm going to grind it one level finer on the next one. And by the next one, hopefully it would be more pressurized as well. So it'd be, it'll just be a better result all round. So anyway, I'm going to turn cameras off. I'm going to keep the milk on top to stay warm because we'll probably reuse that. And then we're going to get into some Lego and then we'll come back and do some more coffee in a minute. I say minute, probably about half an hour. Right. Let's get going. We'll use the same beans as before. 20 grams as last time. I'm going to do an iced coffee and I'll get the ice right at the end. How did I go over by a gram? Come on. There we go. Right, I'm gonna reduce the grind on this one because it was a little bit too much on that last one. And while this is grinding, I'll go get the ice. Right. So I've filled up with some chunky boys and also some nice small bits of ice. What that'll do is hopefully flash cool it as well as adding some water and like water it down a little bit. And get a filter. Oh, that's gone very sticky. There we go. Give it a bit of a distribution. Get rid of the big clumps. Just distribute it a little bit. There we go. They're nice and even. And then we'll tamp that down. Oh, that's not very good. Camera's in the way. Come on. Can't get a good grip. There we go. Nice and flat. Hook screen on top. Right, just going to give a quick flush again as usual. Got to get rid of that heat. Come on. Once it starts, there we go. Give it a second to heat back up and get back to pressure. We got a little bit of milk left over, so probably stick that in as well. My milk frothed tip is dripping. That's not good. Right. Come on, heat up. There we go. So hopefully this one will flow a little bit better than last time. No, it's even worse, if anything. Maybe I need to go to a little bit less coarse as well. That's a little bit better. Flowing a little bit better. There you go, there it goes. This should hopefully taste a bit better than the last one. Right. Bottom of the handle. There you go. You can tell the pressure was a bit higher because when I turn it off, it obviously releases the pressure back into the head, and then there's a release valve at the bottom here. And you can just tell the water came out a bit more pressurized out of the release. One thing that did happen this week is I did this. I released it, took the top off, so it was all fine. Exploded. Just exploded. Full on, like coffee everywhere. Because there was still too much pressure in this, and I don't know why I hadn't released and things like that. It just went, pew! It's great, fun. Even made that sound. Right, so you got your coffee, you got your ice. You pour your coffee on the ice. That's basically it. I'm gonna put a little bit extra water in there, just to rinse out. Give it a nice swirl to let it cool off, and then we can put the milk on top. Oh, we've even got some foam, which you don't normally do, but whatever. And there we have it. Nice iced coffee. Let's have a slurp. Oh yeah, that's tasting better already. Not too fond of these beans. And keep stirring it. Mix all that coffee and the milk in. Oh yes. Very nice. Very nice. Okay, we'll get back to Lego now. That's the end of coffee time.